Namaskar. Welcome to Ancient Wisdom. We have seen day before yesterday the significance of Pitru Paksha. We have seen that we are sum total of our ancestors and our religion gives prime importance to ancestor worship, so much so that 27 days during the year are reserved for Pitr or our ancestors. And these 15 days of Pitru Paksha is a special period to pay our obeisance and express our gratitude towards our ancestors. But sometimes the question arises, especially from Generation Z and especially those of the hippie kind, why should we be grateful to our ancestors? Because they did not ask us before they produced us. We are here. It is a matter of reality that we are part of them, but there is no reason to be grateful to them or pay obeisance to them or show gratitude towards them. We are what we are and we are going to live in the way we want to. Interesting is, as we have seen earlier on Ancient Wisdom, that Ancient Wisdom is always expressed on at least 3 dimensions or 3 manifestations. It could be physical, mental, spiritual or otherwise. In the same way, forget about the gratitude towards your ancestors. Let us look at it from the point of view of what is in it for me. Let us change the point of view to ourselves. And then we'll see how the thing changes, or does it make any sense to do ancestor worship, or what do we do in these 15 days for ourselves. All of us want to have a good time in life, and we are what we are. Our definition of good times or bad times is also our individual matter. What is fun to one person may be boring to other, and what is boring to other could be exciting to the first. However, one thing is certain, that whatever is our target, whatever is our definition of good time or bad time, to reach there, we need to use our strengths. The more we know our strengths, the better we are in a position to achieve whatever we want to achieve in our life. And how do we know our strength? We come to know our strength from things what we do, from the various psychometric tests that we undergo, or from our behavior that comes out while we play, while we learn, while we interact with people. If you are looking at the gene pool or DNA analysis, they will analyze your DNA, and from there they will reasonably be able to tell your intelligence as well as behavioral traits. This is one way of looking at it. The other way of looking at it is discussing your ancestors. Whatever you are today, even as per science, almost 40% is determined by your ancestors' genes, and the rest 60% is determined by your own behavior. So if you know what that 40% is, what kind of motivations are there, what kind of skills lie there, what kind of achievements lie there, that goes a long way to know yourself and your strengths, which you can utilize during this lifetime, and your life will be much more easier, much more exciting, much more better. Let me take an example to illustrate this point. If you have seen, in 10 generations, the mighty wolf was converted to a Dachshund dog that we see over here. Dachshund has very small legs, it doesn't attack, and it is basically a homely dog which does not venture out. And a human being, by just selective breeding, has converted a mighty wolf who is an outdoor animal into an indoor animal in just about 20 generations. This is the way the genetics affects us, or our ancestors affect us. The qualities that we use, the characteristics that we use go on increasing, and those characteristics and qualities that we don't use, we lose. But how do we know our characteristic? 3 genetic markers are there in ancient wisdom. One is the Gotra, other is the Kula, and third is the Kulanam, or your surname. Gotra is your clan, Kula is your company, and Kulanam is your surname. Given these 3 markers or 3 genetic markers, and understanding their motivations, the skills gathered, the qualifications achieved, and the deeds done, we are in a position to come to a quite good estimate of your behavioral traits, your intelligence, and also your likings and dislikings. We'll take a specific example. Take the Bharadwaj Gotra. Bharadwaj was an excellent mathematician. So all mathematics. This does not mean that everybody belonging to Bharadwaj Gotra will be an excellent mathematician, but it means that he has got in potential a gene which is dealing with mathematical skill. So if we come across a person with Bharadwaj Gotra, in whose family couple of mathematicians have been there, we can be, and who is of above average intelligence, we can suggest to him with reasonable accuracy to go for a profession which has got mathematics as the core area. We can even see in this case, in case of Bharadwaj Gotra, if the person has primary characteristics of mathematician and reasonable liking for mathematics, the primary professions that he can look for with these strengths are accountant, economist, statistician, or physicist. The secondary professions that he can look for are engineering, metallurgy, and computer programming. And wait, this is not all. Tertiary professions that he can look for is architecture, interior designing, and geologist. This is the way we are able to get to know what our ancestors did, and as a result of which, what we should be doing that would be profitable in this lifetime. This is the way we will be able to understand. And that is why we say, know your ancestors to know yourself. We'll meet again. Namaskar.